Before the Messiah is ever named, the Hebrew Scriptures begin drawing his outline, not as one single prediction, but as a pattern of promises repeated across centuries. And the question is simple: when the Messiah comes, will the world recognize him? The hope begins at the start of the story, where a promise is spoken that evil will not have the final word. Then it expands through Abraham, that through his line, blessings would reach beyond one people and extend to all nations. The expectation then takes a royal shape. A kingdom line forms through David, and the writings speak of a throne that will endure. The prophets describe signs connected to this coming figure: a birth spoken of as a sign to the house of David, and a ruler connected to Bethlehem, small yet ancient in purpose. From here, one major interpretive view becomes clear. It accepts the prophecies and continues to wait, expecting the Messiah to arrive as a visible king who changes history itself. In this expectation, he rules with justice, defends the oppressed, gathers the scattered, and brings peace across nations. His reign endures on David's throne with peace without end. And yet another reading of these same scriptures insists something even more radical: that the Messiah did not come quietly at first and revealed in Jesus Christ. As the prophetic thread continues, it moves into the most debated passages of all: the portrait of a righteous servant who suffers, not a conqueror at first, but someone rejected, wounded, and afflicted, yet described as carrying meaning for others. The Psalms echo the same voice: the righteous one mocked, surrounded, and seemingly abandoned, yet not destroyed. At the same time, the prophets describe the Messiah as a king, yet not arriving in pride, but in humility, and they speak of a new covenant, not merely written in stone, but written inwardly into the heart, signaling transformation, not just external rule. This is where the Christian claim becomes specific. Christianity teaches that Jesus stepped directly into this prophetic world, taught from these scriptures, and interpreted them as pointing toward his mission. The Gospel of John presents Jesus not only as a teacher, but as the Word made flesh, meaning the message behind the scriptures entering history as a living person. Jesus speaks as if the scriptures testify about him, and after the resurrection, he is described as opening the scriptures to show how the pattern fits: suffering first, then glory. So two readings remain. One view accepts the prophecies and continues to wait, expecting the Messiah's arrival to transform the world into visible peace and justice. The other view accepts the same prophecies and believes Jesus is the Messiah, fulfilled first in humility and sacrifice, with the full reign of peace still ahead. And that is why the Messiah question still lives, because both begin with the same ancient writings, both see the same pattern, and both believe the promise is real. The difference is whether the Messiah has already come. And this is where the story becomes personal, because the same prophecies can be read in completely different ways, depending on what someone expects the Messiah to be. Some expect a ruler whose arrival instantly reshapes nations. Others see a Redeemer whose kingdom begins quietly inside the human heart and only later becomes fully visible. So the question is not only what do the scriptures say, the deeper question is what kind of Messiah are we willing to recognize? Because prophecy can point to a name, but belief is where the world decides whether the promise has already arrived.